So the boys and girls at Q have come out with a brand new Sugar Weasel, the Sugar Weasel SD. Stay tuned to find out which parts have remained the same, which parts have been upgraded, and why or why not you should add this as the next firearm to your arsenal. What's up, guys? Mike from OCA back with another whiskey and windage review. And that's right, you guessed it, Sugar Weasel SD. Before we get into the SD, I do want to kind of give my opinion on why this was created and why I definitely do think it was a good move on Q. So this is built to kind of mimic their flagship, the Honey Badger. And the Honey Badger is prolific in its own right. And it packs a lot of the features that a lot of the gun community love and actually want, whether they secretly admit it or whether they're just outright with it. When you say the word Q, or the letter Q for that matter, you get a lot of mixed reactions. You get some people who absolutely love the product. You get people who say, I don't know much about the product. And then you get people who say, oh, I hate the product, or I hate Q, or I hate whatever. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, and, to each their own. I personally love the innovation. I personally love what the company is coming out with, whether or not I have it all or whether or not I can afford it all. That's irrelevant. Anybody who's trying to create new products in this industry, I'll always give you the nod, just because that's what this industry needs. We're still living off of a lot of stuff that's, 50, 60, 70 years old for that matter. So anytime something new comes out, I'm always going to get excited about it. So without further ado, though, let's go ahead and jump into this Sugar Weasel and do a safety check, make sure we're clear before we actually dive in. All right. So the first thing that stands out to me is, man, this thing is pretty. I personally like it. I am like a shoe guy. I'm a colorway guy. I love when you play off of different colors, or you kind of do a little bit of, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's, I guess, aesthetically pleasing. And this definitely does not disappoint. I love the clear anodizing on the receiver set. I love the gray on the handguard. I like how they did the touch of gray on the stock, and it all kind of comes together, definitely, with the gray on the grip. So it definitely looks great. The second thing, and what's most important to me, because this one is going to get scratched. This one's going to get used. This is not going to be a safe queen. It's going to be something that I run quite frequently. But the thing that's important, and the reason it's going to be ran, is also its weight. This thing is light, minus the attachments, minus the EOTech and the magnifier, minus the PEC, minus the light. This thing came in at about just a little over 4 pounds. So, on a rifle that's about 30 and a half inches fully extended, I challenge you to find something that's, 4.5 pounds. That you can run comfortably. By the time you add all the attachments to it and get everything running, I'm probably 5.5 to 6 pounds, but even then, 6 pounds. So, yeah, that's definitely a plus for me. So aside from the color and the design, second thing is the weight. I mean, there's 2 boxes checked in my opinion. Next thing I want to jump into, with this receiver set. This receiver set is an M16 standard receiver set. It meets mil spec. So technically, as long as you're using quality parts from other manufacturers, you should be able to take this upper receiver, put it on some other person's complete lower receiver, and everything operate perfectly fine. Same goes with taking that upper receiver and putting it on this lower receiver. If everything's made within tolerance, not from those guys, but also with these guys, everything is supposed to work fine. I have tried that already, and everything did work with what I own. So not that that's a gauge of what's in tolerance or not, but it's always just nice to know. With their flagship Honey Badger, you definitely cannot do that. Everything is proprietary. The upper and the lower, they are meant for each other. And the only thing you can swap parts out on a Honey Badger with are another Honey Badger. So as far as the guts of these things. So the first thing on the lower that jumps out at me, I saw the trigger and it was silver. I was like, ooh, did they put literally the best trigger ever in this thing? And they didn't. They put a single stage trigger, which is still a very crisp trigger. It's got a great release. It's very sensitive. I like how it reacts. I'm more of a two-stage trigger guy. I like the Geisley, the SSA, the SSAE. Maybe one day I'll swap that out. Not real sure right now, but typically in all of my AR style rifles, all the triggers are Geisley. If this was the best trigger ever made, I definitely would have kept this thing in there. And I probably would have been a little bit more excited about it, but you know, I get it. You start adding all those higher end parts and this thing's going to start going up, and pretty soon you're at a Honey Badger anyway. Next thing that I will talk about will be the stock. You get the Reptilia stock. Love the Reptilia stocks. Love how they feel. They're well built. I like the texture on the back of them. I personally am a person, again, that likes running a certain grip on all of my ARs. I won't talk about that product or that brand on this YouTube. This is strictly for Q, but I may end up swapping out to it later. I'm going to give this a fair shot. And like I said, I do like Reptilia stuff. Well, I got a Reptilia stock right here. So I do run Reptilia products. Just on this, it's just something I've done for 8 years. So it's just something we're going to do. But having said that, everything else is your standard. You've got your bolt catch. You've got a safety. It is a 90-degree ambi safety. So for those of you that are fully ambidextrous, you can definitely use this yourself and not have a problem. But that's the only ambi part about this gun. But again, I do like the safety. It looks like a Radian, maybe a Radian, not real sure. So that pretty much covers the lower, other than the stock. The stock is their shorty stock. It's very similar to the Honey Badger, but again, it will not work on it. But this stock will work on any AR style weapon that that's out there. One button in, completely opens up, locks in place. It is a single position. Press the button in, close it, goes back. So I do like how this stock makes the rifle compact. It is definitely something that it allows for more storage options in the truck, under the truck seat, smaller. You can put it in certain bags. It takes up less space, heck, even in the safe. So I definitely do like that, and I like how quick and easy it does engage. So definitely love that. It also does come with the buffer tube system. So you will have to, if you buy their shorty stock, it will come with separately. It will come with the shorty stock, come with the buffer, the spring, and the tube, as everything is an all-in-one unit. And it doesn't go on like your average one. It's not hard to do, but definitely look at the instructions before you take it on, or you're going to be scratching your head. The next thing, I'm going to move into the upper, and that's where I'm really excited about this. So let me go ahead and engage the stock and remove the rear takedown, because the first thing I'm really excited about is that these come with the 2-piece bolt carrier group. So that is definitely something that just came out a month or two ago, but it is definitely something I wanted to give a try to. So now not only did I get a firearm that I can work, I can also try this out and see how it works in other rifles just so I can compare it to what I'm used to. But it will remain in this gun, just something I like to do. And it is a single extractor for anybody wondering. The next thing that I'll say is the charging handle. It is a Radian Raptor HB. So they actually put the same charging handle that goes in the Honey Badger into its little brother. So that was a neat little thing to see. I was like, hey, cool. They actually put that in. So close this back up and we'll start talking going further down the barrel. So speaking of the barrel, it's a 7-inch barrel, 1 in 5 twist for 300 blackout. It's going to be a fast twist, get that bullet stabilized quick. So definitely love that. Also comes with, I got to move this wire. There's a little cut. See if I can position this. There's a little cut in this receiver, and that is for the adjustable gas block. So right out of the box, adjustable gas block. Definitely love that. I've shot suppressed and unsuppressed with it already. Didn't see any issues, didn't have any feeding issues. So don't really need to adjust it right now for me, but may need to do that in the future. Also with that, at the very end, there is no cherry bomb. There is no muzzle brake. This is a standard Q tapered barrel, direct thread, and it actually comes with the Q Honey Badger suppressor. So this is the suppressor that comes in the Honey Badger, of course, but also this is a suppressor that you just can't buy online. You can't buy on their site. You can't get from a dealer. This is an exclusive item only that was just for the Honey Badger, but now it has also been extended to the Sugar Weasel in 300 blackout. I don't think they have the SD available in 5.56 yet, but if I know them, I'm sure it will be coming out soon. Back to this, again, I said 7-inch barrel. It comes with a full 12-inch handguard, so it allows for the can to tuck, which is a really nice feature. Yeah, I'm not stupid. I know if I shoot it a lot, it's going to get hot. We know that, so you don't have to say that. Like, we get it. But it definitely looks cool as hell. So for those of you that are going to say that, we know, we don't care. That's what gloves are for. So yeah, that about sums it up. For anybody wondering what is going on with all the attachments, I'll just go ahead and say this is going to be my exclusive CQB rifle that I'm going to give a shakedown to for probably the next 6 months. Every bit of training I do, every bit of shooting I do, unless we're just getting some rifles out, it's going to be done with this exclusively. So I went ahead and put a Cloud Defensive Rain 3.0 on it. We put the PEC on it. We didn't put anything else. We put the PEC. Then with the optic system, I really wanted to do the EOTech with the G45 magnifier. So I did that, but I'm a night vision guy, like doing a lot of night shooting, like doing a lot of night training. And it's really hard to get that binocular down low enough, especially on this shorty stock, to where you're going to have a clean sight picture at stock rail height. So we put the GBRS Hydra mount on it. It's going to get me up a little bit more, and it's going to allow me to get a more upright shooting position. Not that I want that for ergonomics or for anything else. It's simply so I can see what I'm shooting at night without getting all crooked. So that's about it for this rifle. Having said that, let's go on out to the range and see how it shoots. So we have made our way out to the range, and we are going to give this Sugar Weasel SD from Q a test fire, and let's see how she performs.
So yeah, all in all, this is definitely a fun shot. I pulled 2 or 3 shots you could hear that I missed, but overall, this is definitely a fun gun to shoot. Definitely something you should add to your collection. And if you have any more questions, feel free to ask in the comments or reach out to me. These are available if interested. Just reach out to me at OCA.USA and we will do the best to get back with you as soon as possible. So again, thanks for watching, and on behalf of the rest of the Whiskey and Windage family, I'm Mike from OCA, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching.